Hello YouTube and welcome back to the Nitro Addiction. How's everybody doing? Beautiful day. A little rainy, but nonetheless, still a beautiful day. So as stated in the title, we're going to continue to get this ready for the track. Or I guess I claimed we're going to rebuild it. Basically just a freshen up job for the most part. But anyways, how's everybody doing? Appreciate you joining in. Hope you guys enjoy the show. Let's see, so we do still need to get our throttle servo in place, or the horn. I think my buggy has a aluminum horn. We're gonna see if we can't steal that. Yep, I think that's what we're gonna do. And another reason at the moment that we're not actually going to be taking the buggy to the track, so if we need to put the plastic one on it, we can. I'll bring you guys down a little bit here. We got Bob's RC. What's up, brother? Oh. We're gonna go kicking the camera. Alright. And this thing here's been, I know it's been a while since we've actually taken a look at this, but this has been cleaned up and completely rebuilt as well. But for right now, we are going to hopefully should work. I don't know if we're gonna have to swap the hardware around or what, probably. Set that off to the side. And little tiny pieces make it hard to work on. All right. I hate cannibalizing, but at the same time, we need it. Come on, get out of there. I haven't ran this truggy a whole lot, so I don't know how durable the plastic servos are, but I don't want to take the chance. I've had very minimal runtime on this thing. Come on, get out of there. Peyton's in the house. What's up, my brother? Man, I hope with this rain we got going on, we get to race this weekend. But, yep, got the old Mugen MBX8. We're going to get it ready for the track and at least try to do a little bit of practicing. Before we get too carried away. I don't know, what do you guys think? Should I put some Loctite on these tiny screws going into the aluminum? Doesn't look like the screws had Loctite on it. Maybe we shouldn't chance it. That's funny, the only two people in here right now are Kyosho fans. Peyton's the only person at the track that I know that runs the MBX or the Kyosho whatever it is, the MP11. And Bob's a huge fan of techno. It seems like I need to leave that a little bit loose, which makes me nervous about not putting Loctite on it. I think I'm going to put Loctite on this. Hell yeah, Kyosho #1. Hey Peyton, I tried to explain what it was that happened to your buggy the last time. What all came apart on that thing? I couldn't tell from your Facebook post. And I hope you get it fixed pretty soon, because I like seeing it at the track. No. It just seems weird, you gotta leave it out like that. Hope I'm putting this back in the right spot. Sit still. Big Boys Tours, what's up, brother? How you doing? Bent the front left caster block all fixed up now. Hell yeah. Sweet. I'm just hoping this rain stops and they get the ponds drained out of the track. Hoping to get to go run the truggy this weekend. I think that's why they had these in separate holes. They don't both fit there. And for those of you guys that don't know, Peyton's one of our fast guys at the track. He's fast. Not really lining up very well like that. I think I need to flip that bottom one over. Get in there. Travis in the house. What's up, my brother? Paige Smith, welcome back. It's been a minute. Well, I made it. Yeah, you did. Let's see. Are you about ready for the 2026 Worlds in Texas? No. No, not even close. Peyton is. I mean, he's one of our fastest guys, and I'm not even close, so there ain't gonna be no point in me going to no Worlds. I'm sure it'd be fun, but let's see. What if we stick it in this hole? How's that gonna look? That lines it up a little bit better. No, I mean I can barely hang in the sportsman class, so definitely ain't going to no Worlds. It'd be fun to go and watch, but I don't think at the Worlds they have a novice class. They're lined up a lot better now. I don't have this zeroed out or nothing. I'm just kind of a dry fit. Yeah, the weird thing about like this servo horn, I'm assuming it's a Mugen product. I don't really know. Came with, but it has a plastic insert in it. So I don't know how much that helps with not stripping out the gears. It's a great night for RC chat. Yes, sir, it is. Take it easy, big boys. Let's see, how are you? I caught a couple of your videos. I watched your race. Good job. Hey, thanks, brother. I appreciate it, man. We're slowly getting better. Just gotta keep pushing. You know, I think I'm supposed to put some washers under here. I don't know. I didn't pay that close of attention when I took it out, like I should have. That helps keep it loose. All right, so I'm gonna put this other washer on. Hate when they use these itty bitty tiny screws for this stuff. Throttle, servo, and link, it just seemed pretty important to have these tiny screws. There we go. Yeah, putting the washers in allowed me to get it tight, so that's probably how it's supposed to be. Pretty close. All right. When I turn things on, we'll center it. Just so we don't lose them. I'm gonna put these screws back into the buggy. That way they don't go anywhere. I'm excited for this weekend. Gonna be another fun race. And then also at the same time, hoping I get to run my truggy for the... I've ran it before, so it wouldn't be the first time, but... I didn't truly have it set up for the track. Had an LRP on it. And you ain't winning no races with an LRP 32. Because no matter how fast it is, it ain't fast enough to overcome all the extra fuel stops. So there's that. Now we won't lose those pieces. All right. Oh, we'll leave that up there. It's basically our next step. It's going to be these guys. So two of them already kind of got cleaned up way back in the day. The one thing that I like about the Techno over the Mugen is the Techno has like a grub screw that holds these spring holders in. Hoping we don't have too many problems. I know on the buggy when we first got out to the track, we were still running the Mugen buggy before we got the Techno, and I did have that issue a couple of times. What's up, all aspects? Finally about ready to build that Jammin' XCRT1. I've gathered all the parts. Hell yeah. Yeah, it's fun working on those. I don't have my own, but I rebuilt my buddies. Those of you that seen the videos out in the country before I came to Phoenix, when we was running the Baja. Yeah, so I rebuilt that for him. Freaking ridiculous trying to find parts for him, though. This is in need of new boots, but we're going to, I don't know if we're just going to take, and as holy as these are and as much crap as they collect, it's probably best just yeah, I don't know, we'll leave it on there. This Zaco is probably still good, but I don't even remember what I was running. So we are going to dump it out. So that I know what weight I'm running. Still nice and clear though. Probably pretty fresh the last time I took this to the track, and I literally only ran it once. So these are the, we're gonna run We're going to start with 42.5 for the rear. And then we're going to swap out the front to 47.5. Got rid of all the air bubbles. There's a couple down there that we'll let surface. Couldn't figure out what it was until you and off the guy identified it for me. Appreciate both of you guys. Yeah, not a problem, man. I only knew because I had literally within the last year, I guess at this point, maybe going on 2 years, I rebuilt it. So kind of recognized what I was looking at. Otherwise, I wouldn't have had a clue. But glad I could help. This shock boot is pretty much done. But till we get a new set, I'll just leave it on there for at least partial coverage. One thing I'm worried about is collecting the dirt and holding it in there more, being worse than just not having it at all. Should probably just take it off. Yeah, this is just a dirt collector. I'm just gonna take it off. Make it a point to get some new ones in the near future. But for now, she's going naked. Yeah, because it's holding, dirt gets into that crack and it just holds it in there. And I don't want that. Oh yeah, this one here's still in good shape as well. Got good clean oil in it. I just want to make sure I've got the right weight in it, because I think before, I think I put like the 37 in there, so I feel like it'd be too light. I don't remember exactly what it was. And that's the other reason I want to change it, so I know what I have. since these are the emulsion shocks. So put the cap on with it compressed all the way in, and had just a little bit of oil run out of here. I pump this up real good. Basically, you're creating the pressure in there. There's whoever the video was I was watching, one of the racers, they had a name for it, but basically creating pressure and making it to where it's too much pressure in the shock. So then as part of that final deal, push all the excess out. Which I don't know if you guys could see that, but a little bit come running out there. So now, cool, no rebound. So that shock is basically ready to go. This is the other rear, so it's getting the 42.5. So this is equivalent to about right around 545, 550, something like that. I think there's a chart somewhere that tells you. And there's nothing on the bottom stopping this from going all the way through. No bubbles. Can't really tip it for you guys to see it. We'll put just another drop in there. Ooh. Make sure the seal on the cap is good, which I think it is. Let's get the cap started. Press the shock all the way. Give it a little tighten. Probably wouldn't hurt to completely rebuild these shocks. I don't know how old they are or how much abuse they went through before I got them. Running 50 weight Harley Davidson detergent oil front and rear. Now, if you're just bashing, you can run just about anything. There we go. No rebound. So now the rear shocks are good. Just need to clean up the extra pieces. This dirt is caked on there. This one's kind of a pain. All right, good enough. Same thing with this boot. That's more than likely just dirt in there, so I'll peel it off as well. All right, 2 down. Big Mike, what's going on, brother? Been a while. Welcome back. Getting the old truggy ready for some racing. Yeah, this thing needs new shock boots all the way around. See a lot of people racing without them, so should be all right for a couple of runs. But I do like having them. I like keeping the dirt out of the piston, or off that shaft. That's what I meant to say. That all was good and clean as well, which is a good thing. Means no dirt's getting inside. And like most of you guys, shocks are my least favorite thing. So on the front, we're going to run 47. Should be just about the equivalent of right around 600, maybe even just a little bit more. I mean, there's like a chart that we were looking at when I was at the hobby store. I don't remember exactly what it was. All the bubbles are gone. Seems like some of these oils, bubbles come out real fast. And some of them, the bubbles like to hang around. Let's spit a little bit out. You guys never done this? It's almost like burping a baby. But, you know, sitting in the house, bleeding these at a comfortable temperature. When you get out there on the track and it's, you know, warming up, you'll need to bleed them to the temperature that you're at, if that makes sense. Let's see. One more. Because, you know, the outside temperature is going to be different. When it's hotter, they're going to build up more pressure, and you're going to need to bleed them according to your surrounding. This shock's not too bad, but it does have a good sized hole in it. And since we don't want it to collect dirt, and all the others are gone, take that boot off as well. Cap was on there tight. So one of these shocks was laying here leaking. I think I found the culprit here because it's a little low. Not sure if it's coming out of the cap or where the shaft goes through the bottom. This one's not creating any bubbles. Not one bubble in that thing. So we do have, basically I bought a new shock kit for the buggy. So we're going to rebuild the shocks for the buggy, and then we'll use the old pieces because I know a lot of that's good. It's got the wrong caps on. They're running S-Works caps on it, and you can't get the screws out to bleed the shocks. So it was literally cheaper just to buy a whole new shock set as opposed to just the caps. Go figure. It was like 30, almost $40 for just the two caps. And then for a whole shock set was like, I think it was like 100, which is a lot. But how when it's a third of the price just getting the caps, wasn't really a bad deal. I think they're like 109 for that set. That was like a set that was taken right out of a kit. No rebound? Seems like it's sitting on there funny. Well, the rest of them that way, it seems awful like wobbly. But so does that. And as good a quality as these Mugens are, some of the stuff that just the amount of play in that just seems odd. Trying to put the front on the rear. Ain't gonna work. What's up, Hugh? How you doing, brother? How's life been treating you? Hope you guys are doing well. Told Grandma we said hi. Crap. Of course I put this one on the wrong side. Wasn't even paying attention to the back side of this. Damn it. Eventually we're gonna put the right shock on this arm, I promise. See, one thing I need to do for this is get some new wheels. I should have everything else, I just need the wheels. Alright, we finally got the right shock in the right spot. It's been a long time since this thing's had shocks on it. Yeah, he says been crazy lately. Yep. Just seems to be life for everybody right now. Either crazy work, crazy family, crazy this or crazy that. It's always something. Thank you, Hugh. Hugh says hit that like button, people. We would appreciate that. Yeah, when I'm not crazy busy at work, I'm crazy busy getting ready for the track or at the track, so. Racing's almost kind of a whole new addiction on top of the nitro addiction. Just love it. Damn it. Why are you such a pain in the ass? Come on, get in there. Get in your hole. Jason Kelly, what's up, brother? Yeah, I was gonna put a different wing on here, but this wing mount's awful low setting. And they've got a bunch of spacers stacked underneath here to raise the wing up. And it's the only thing that keeps it off the shocks. So I don't know that I'm gonna be able to put a different wing on there at the moment. And give me another one of the white ones, like what I have on the buggy right now. How's Kim and Jason doing? There's Grandma. Hello, Grandma. Mama's good. Good. They're excited to get me home for Christmas. I'm not gonna make the flight for Thanksgiving, just too much money. So we're gonna do a 2-week vacation come Christmas time. So it'll be a 2-week period where you guys won't see me. I'll be hanging with the fam. Come on. Get in your hole. It's like it's all or nothing. It's like a quarterback trying to put a little bit of touch on his pass and not just throw the bomb or throw it, a rocket. And just keep missing. Come on, get in there. There. What was so hard about that? It's like the screw's a little bent. It's another thing I noticed about these kits, and I mean, these kits take some very hard hits, especially, when you're on the track compared to just out bashing around, and the amount of hits they take. And very rarely do you bend screws. It does not seem like that nut is on there very far. Doesn't really get it get into the meat very much, so we are going to put a dab of Loctite on there. I've gotten used to Loctite and all these screws, even with a lock nut or a nylon nut, because of the Techno. Before, I never would have thought of needing to use Loctite with a nylon locking nut. That's one thing neat about this model. It doesn't have all the different screws with like nuts on, like the C-hub. I mean, it's got, there's a connection point here. There's 2 connection points down here. Like, This always comes loose. It's always something. And I'm not knocking it. I mean, I really like the car. Very durable. I mean, somebody like me crashes all the time and you don't ever break anything. It doesn't get any tougher than that. I'll take nuts and bolts coming loose over breaking any day. At the same time, like, I've never broken anything on either of the Mugens, so. These freaking Mugens are tanks. I mean, hell, most of you saw me bounce that buggy off of the neighbor's house. I think these are just the wrong nuts. Should probably put smaller nuts on here to make sure it bites into that nylon a little bit better. Now, of course, this thing's loose. There we go. Fresh Mugen MBX8T. Ready for anything we can throw at it. Grandma says you still don't say hi. Are you talking to me, Grandma? And I haven't seen Mama on here tonight. But who are you talking about, Grandma? I said hi. It's taken 25 years, but we finally got Grandma for her birthday. Oh, yeah? What'd you do? Man, it was awesome. And make your day. Grandma, you always make our day. Doing good, Jason. Yeah, Thanksgiving is weird, but Christmas is set up awesome. Yeah, we're big Christmas and 4th of July family. Of course, we all love Halloween, but Raw's in the house. What's up? How you doing, brother? Workers talking layoffs, so not sure what's coming right now. It's buyouts for old timers. Yeah, that sucks. Are they gonna give you an early retirement? Hoping I have enough seniority to cushion mine, right? Whatever, where it is. Tough right now. Yeah, certain fields out there are a little on the tough side. Sure. The girl surprised me on Sunday really good. They got you, huh? A surprise birthday party. Oh, nice. Yeah, lock nuts with the neoprene. Yeah, like the back ones went all the way through, but the front ones, I don't know if you guys can tell, but they didn't quite make it all the way through. Used to love Thanksgiving when I could eat. Thanksgiving is great. Our body for me is too much at the moment. We got too many cars with people hitting deer or icy road accidents. Early retirement. Been there 7 years. People with 30 years. They get 83. Damn, 83K to retire early. Yeah, we got some pretty good programs set up, but I mean, we don't have like a retirement deal through the company. It's more like the 401k, and then they have some extra like loyalty bonuses that they started this year, and that's some pretty good deals at the company I work for. All right, so all the diffs are freshened up, all the shocks are freshened up. Fuel tank's been cleaned up. It was a mess. Fresh bearings in the rear hubs. Front bearings will probably need some. And the wheel hubs will probably need replacing at some point. They feel pretty smooth though. Zero to 20 is 20K. Make that in a couple months. Not worth it for me, right? Thank you. Says she's looking awesome. Yeah, wait till you see the body. So I don't think I'm really going to be able to run it this weekend anyways. So I've got an engine that I'm going to put in it that I'll use for like just running around, but I don't really want to track. No, I might be able to run it this weekend. It's a little noisy. New bearing and hubs definitely helps my basher. I feel new every time I refresh them. Yep. Also when it's all clean and proper. Oh yeah. Try and get all the little dirty spots off. Should probably go ahead and check these. Something feels weird and gritty. I just can't tell exactly where it's at. Bumping the camera. I like how these are aluminum. A lot of the cars, these are plastic. Maybe not in racers, but a lot of bashers that I've seen. Of course, the insert is plastic. if you don't have a handle, like the wheel nut handle that has the hole through it, you just put a wheel on it to hold the hex while you get the screw loose. I usually use one that has a tire because it's easier to hold on to, but I never really noticed this before, but so like the back, it's got the extended hubs, and this one that came off of the front, it's like a 4 or 5 millimeter difference. I don't know what kind of difference it makes, but come on. Quit being a pain in the butt. Yeah, those bearings aren't in the best of shape. That's one's. Oh, I already read that. Is that the same buggy you raced? No, this is my Truggy. So I've had this one for a while. They had the blue and white body on it. I did some videos on it, but it's been a minute. But it's okay. It's been fun. Till next time, take it easy, brother. Get ready for work tomorrow. Gotta run to the store. And also night. Appreciate you guys coming and hanging out. Good seeing you guys again. Grandma's still in the house. She told Grandpa to go to bed. Well, happy late birthday, Grandma. I'm glad you had a good one. It's always nice when the family does nice little surprises. I haven't done pillow balls much, so I'm no expert. But I think once you get it to where it's tight and it doesn't really move well, back it off a hair until it does. I want to have a little bit of play in there. And then pillow balls thread in there awful tight. Okay. Which body are you gonna use for that one? So I have a couple of them. Give me just a second here. I'll be right back. So this is the one that came with it. Basher body, practice body. Come on, get on there. Anyways, something like that. And the other two I haven't cut out yet, so I won't be able to get them on. But this one I messed up because I had it masked when I was doing the multicolor. I'm gonna redo. I'd like to redo this whole thing, same colors. I just not have that masking on there. I was trying to keep from getting the spray up here and left a funky line, but when I do get it cut out and ready to go, it'll look something like that. So not bad, but didn't turn out the way I wanted. I don't like the stupid line. If it's more of like a fade, it would look a lot better. But I think when I redo it and not have that line, I think it'll look great. So it's got the black, the purple, it's got some pink in it. And I did more pink, but it came out orange. And then all the orange trim. I masked all that out myself. And then this one here is a little more simple. And it actually has like a nose piece that goes up on the front end. So when I trim it out, it fits down on there. It looks more like the truck style. with that big nose on the front of it. Just playing around with different designs. Oh, you like that? Hell yeah. Thank you. The volume on your phone is very high. What's when I talk? It's like I'm yelling. Probably a lot of it is the echo in here because I don't know. Buddies are all looking good, man. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. Some things look good in the head, and then when you put it down, it's like, didn't turn out the way I wanted. But if you guys enjoy it, then mission accomplished. Yeah, that yellow and green one. Yeah, I really want to see it turn out well without having that line. So I'm definitely going to put some effort into trying to recreate it, just not have that line in it. Yeah, those bearings are no bueno. There's a good one. Couple of good bearings. I need to get a rebuild like a rebuild bearing kit for this. So it'll come with all new diff bearings, center diff bearings, all 4 of the wheel hubs, like inside and out bearings. A lot of these kits come with bearings up in the steering crank as well, and like in the post. So there's bearings in the post and bearings in the bell crank. I don't know about this model, but like my Techno is like that. I can't tell with this one by looking at it. Yeah, bearings are just as high maintenance as anything else on these things. I know from, bashing experience, like you can go quite a while bashing on some bearings, and then all of a sudden, you start to feel them grinding, or you hear them squeaking or something, or even the wheel will lock up. But it seems like you get a lot of run out of it. Man, when you're at the track and all that dust and dirt, and you're pushing them, just don't last as long. Which, of course, as a basher, you run the shit out of some bearings that you wouldn't think of trying to race with. As long as it's still moving, it's good. But on the racetrack, you don't want to be in the middle of a race and everything will lock up. I mean, at the same time, it puts a lot of wear and tear on it. The fresher your bearings are, the better your performance, the better the feel. Wear less parts out, all that good stuff. You guys know the drill. Yeah, basically before every race, I replace the bearings in the bell gear, which I've never done that as a basher. Well, them bearings will fall apart and everything's still running. You don't want to be in a race and have that thing fall apart. Well, if nothing else, being trying to participate in racing. I mean, you learn how to take care of your RCs a lot better than, for me anyways. Some people are methodic about it, meticulous, but like as a basher, I didn't take the best care of it. But when you're racing, you don't want to be out there and you're done because you didn't do what you should have done. Which thankfully for me that it happened in the qualifying and I was able to get it fixed before the main, so. All right. Every bearing that needs to be changed is changed. Let's see here. So now basically we can work on what engine's gonna go. All right, I'll be right back. JP, what's up? Good night, Grandma Vic. You have a good one. Thank you for your live. God bless you and the family when you're back on. Well, if you're still on here listening, I'll be back next Monday. Right now I'm just doing Mondays and Tuesdays. Let's see. This thing's dirty. Need to get an air filter on there. You know what? We'll just plug it up with some paper towel. How's it going, Mr. JP? Here's some point, tear both of these engines down, take a look at them, see what kind of shape they're in after all the racing I've been doing. I'll probably wait till season's over. Well, there's only, between the two tracks, probably 4 more races, maybe. 4 or 5. Both these engines run really strong. This thing is filthy. So that is going to replace that. I guess I'll use this air filter holder. Really, I don't need anything else off here other than the engine mount itself. One time I wish I had a ball-in wrench. Kind of going a little bit of an angle, but that's what the older one's good for. I can find it. Yeah, when they get wore down, it works on that angle pretty decent. You just don't want to try to tighten it or break it loose, because more likely it's going to slip and strip. See, I'm missing out on some comments here. Guess where I was gonna buy that MGT from. Yeah, he's hooked on those MGTs now. He got himself one and he loves it. I'm gonna get better than watching my buddy with a glass of whiskey. Hell yeah, bro. You're talking my language. Got lots of pipes, bro. Yeah, I have a few. I've got some that still haven't even used. I got a bunch of Basher pipes. I got a few racing pipes. I think I still have a brand new Reds pipe still in the box. If I'm not mistaken. It's been a while since I've looked at them, so I can't remember exactly, but gotta have an abundance of pipes. I put a big dent in my pipe that I've got on the buggy, on that 83. So, probably gonna end up getting another one. I know you can put it in the freezer with water, and water will expand it back out. But you know, I did that to one of my pipes, and then now it looks pregnant. I've never tried to run the pipe, so I don't know if it changed the performance of it. But you could tell the pipe is like bloated beyond what it's supposed to be. So if you're doing that water freezer trick on your pipes, you got to be careful. Yeah. Well, there's my jamming JP3. I only run it a few times, so I couldn't really tell you the performance of it. But I do know once Tony down there at the compound helped me get that engine tuned up when I took the truggy to the track. You know, because when you take off the pull start, put the steel back plate on it, it changes things a little bit. But he helped me get it dialed in, and it was ripping for sure. Screws are all kinds of gummy. Jay, you guys get any snow up there yet? We got rain down here today. Beautiful weather though. Like high in the high 60s, low 70s, something like that. I think the high for Sunday is like 63 or something like that. So that's gonna be nice. CBH148, yo, you still running your Alpha? You know, I got rid of that the one that you seen in the video that I broke in. OG's Nitro, or I guess it's OG's RC now or whatever. He wanted it in a trade we were doing, so I got myself a brand new one. I have not broke it in yet, but I've been running at the track so much, and I'm not saying that engine wouldn't do any good. Just it's so pretty, I don't want to mess it up. So I'm gonna save that just for like messing around. But yeah, I haven't run it lately because that's probably over a year ago when I traded it. And like I said, I haven't broken the new one yet. Thanks for joining in. Appreciate you being here, brother. There we go. So our track engines right now are this block 21BM, which is OS, as everybody knows. And then I'm running the 83 in my buggy. It's been so nice in town. As soon as we climb elevation, it is snow. Ah. Sounds like the name of a strip club. Slip and Strip. You ain't wrong. Oh, that's funny shit. Alright. So now I gotta go get the I gotta go get the 8.5 header, which I got for the truggy. So I'll be right back. So here we are, brand new, never been used. Show it. 8.5. So 8.5 is a little bit longer of a pipe. It's meant more for that, has more of that torque for the truggy. And we're going to change the exhaust gaskets as well. Just wish I had a clean pipe to match it. Yeah, we got it. Oh, it may not be that much of a problem, but I'm not gonna switch all the stuff around, have that little tear in there, and then it not perform at the track. So we'll go ahead and change it. That's the next thing. I need some more gaskets. Gaskets, glow plugs, and bearings. You go through like freaking hotcakes. in the near future. Probably gonna have to change out these springs. Things getting a little stretched out. It's kind of odd, brand new shiny header, crusty old pipe, but this is the Samurai 2090, so excellent pipe. Yeah, and this exhaust gasket back here's got a little tear in it as well. It always seemed to tear right there in the same spot. Where they go? I've got have a couple of freshy springs. I love putting fresh pieces on. Put a little dribble of some silicone on there. One thing I wish I had an extra of is that little clinic piece that I run back here. It fits in that groove and goes over the holes so you don't tear up your header quite as fast. It's like a $3 piece of aluminum instead of expensive headers, which I don't remember exactly how much. I think it's like $50. Because I think when I got my pipe and header, I picked up the, I got all of it at the same time, the 7.5, the 8.5, and the pipe itself, and it was 200. So 150 for pipe and exhaust, and then another 50 for the header. Stuff ain't cheap, that's for sure. All right. Have to give me some chrome polish at some point. Look at that. That's pretty. It's the whole kit. So these are all aluminum, but it's got a soft aluminum, harder aluminum. So basically you got two sets in here. And again, this is one of the videos that Adam Drake has on this exact part, these pieces, and this is what he runs in the truggy, so figured, you know, we'll throw it in there, give it a shot. I don't remember exactly, it was either 60 or 90. I think it was 90 for this whole set. So not cheap by any means. Comes with two sets of clutch nuts. Comes with the OS clutch. Right there it says OS speed. If you guys can't see it, I'll show you here in a sec. A vented 13 tooth clutch. And some paperwork. So it's got a whole list of everything in the bag, all the part numbers. Let's see here. I mean, it's got everything. It's got all the bearings. It's got the whole set. Okay, let's see. So standard setup, S times 4 pieces. What's the S stand for? Clutch shoe, S times 4 pieces. Clutch spring, 0.9. Flywheel nut. I guess soft and hard. Soft 2-piece, hard 2-piece, 0.95 or 0.1. I don't know if you guys can. Sometimes I gotta zoom in to actually get it to read. So this was the setup that he was showing. Let's see, earlier. Yeah, so he set it up with a too soft and too hard. Oh, here we go. And then here it's got later engagements, so it helps to calm down all that torque and jumping that the truggy wants to do. Trade you for that alpha. Well, when I do that, I'm just gonna ship it straight to you, bro. It's cheaper. I just blew up my Alpha Dragon 5. Ooh, 2 weeks ago, broken rod, but I got 8.3 gallons out of it. That's pretty good. Yeah, I haven't run my my 4 very much. I broke it in, and I've run it on the track a few times. Had a little bit of fun with it, but I don't want to tear it up trying to scream around the track. So, you know, hard to find parts for. So I can find piston and sleeve for this plus the 83. So that's what I'm running on at the moment. Got the B852 as one of my backups. Might replace the rod in around 5 gallons, which I didn't do on the Dragon 5. Yeah, it never hurts to do that on any of them. Replace the rod, especially after the break-in. You know, people all the time say on these OSs, like, you don't have to change anything on them. Bearings, a lot of people, the bearings are good through, like, you know, some of them like 5, 8, maybe 10 gallons. I don't know, I've never put it to the test. I got about 2 gallons on my, gallon and a half on my 83. So I don't know from experience yet, but we'll get there. But yeah, it's always good to change that rod out. Don't risk it on that gasket. Oh, I'm on this torn gasket. Yeah, no, I put a new one in, and there you go. There's the tear. I mean, you don't want to put all that work and time into it. You get it back in the truck or the buggy, and boom, it ain't running when it's race time. You gotta swap it all out real quick, and I hate working on it under the gun. Wish they made bulletproof clutch bearings. Those mofos will be the death of me. Off the guy, what's up? How you doing? Trade. Australiano, what's up, brother? Good day, working from home today. Hell yes, thanks for joining in. But no, that purple out, it's still sealed up. All right, let's get some of that stuff out of the way. Ow, hit my elbow. All right, so here's the collet screw washer that goes behind the I'm assuming it's the washer that goes behind the clutch. It's got the bearings. I don't know. Looks like it's just two different bags inside. It's got two clutch nuts, 4 sets of shoes. You can see the difference in color. Trade your OS speed for that alpha. Ooh, which OS speed? Damn it, Jay. Damn it, man, what are you doing? Which OS speed? Did you say you had an 83? I know it's probably not necessarily worth that, but so it looks like we've got whole sets of, yeah, so there's 3 different baggies in here with 3 different sets of springs. Got the OS Speed 13 tooth vented. Now, the only thing I'm not 100% sure on, I know some of the Mugen stuff takes a 34 millimeter instead of a 36 millimeter clutch. You know what? It ran just fine on this one, so we're gonna measure, see what we got. Maybe it's just the buggy that runs off a 30, I think it's a 32. One's a 32, one's 34, something like that. This is 33.9, so basically 34. This is a 32.8, so a little bit smaller. So the only thing I'm worried about is whenever chassis bottoms out, the flywheel hitting the ground and shutting it off. That was happening to me with the ProTech in the Techno when I went to Vegas. So I had to swap it out just to get any kind of runtime in. So always real leery of that after that experience. But I'll send you pics that was repinched by Drake. Yeah, I remember you telling me about that one. It's a possibility. It's always a possibility. Let's see. Strongly suggested that you start from the standard setup and change the combination of clutch shoe springs, not individually, to achieve the maximum performance for the given driving conditions. So mine's a loose kind of track. It's some grip to it, but it's not a high bite track, so I don't want it to just engage immediately. It's real violent, you know. I want it to have a slower engagement, so we're gonna go with the later change. Well, even a flywheel nut is a is it marked? How do you know which one is which? According to that sheet, anyways. So if you want an earlier shift, you go 4 soft shoes with the 0.9. If you want the standard setup, it's 4 soft shoes with the 0.95. And then if you want the later shift, you go 2 soft, 2 hard, and this says the 0.95 or the 0.1. So here we go. Blue, white, and just normal. He's got a dab of blue on him. And he's got a dab of white. I don't remember exactly what he said. I think it was the 0.90 on the softer, and then the 0.95 on the harder ones. Because just like the composite shoe, your soft one's serving as that where it starts a split second before and kind of how did he put that? Like kind of like your clutch system and your starts to slowly start to engage it, and so it's what it's designed to do is just like I said, not be such a violent takeoff. It's just going to kind of ease you into it. System changing from the soft standard type flow to the hard type. Slightly delays the clutch engagement and increases the tension of the clutch spring. How do you know which one's hard, which one's soft? One's got a groove in it, and the other one does not. So does it tell me which one? Aha! So here it shows the groove mark is for hard. Hell yeah, pretty good there off the guy. Appreciate you joining in, brother. JW's in the house. It's one of your Hyper 8s. Awesome. What? Let's see. I will send you pictures. Oh, repent. I already read that. Finally took a break from wrenching. Often the guy says thickness. If you're talking about the clutch nuts, the thickness is the same. The only distinct difference is that groove. So we want the groove for the harder setup. These damn staples. Quit putting staples in. I don't like staples. Man, I gotta measure them to tell what's what. I think the blue ones are the thinnest. Yeah, we really got to take these out and measure them because I don't think. Ah, there it is. Hard, white, soft, blue. And the 0.95 standard is just regular. Let's see, so white be the one. I think we're going to do like 9.0 and 9.5. So the 9.0s are no painted tip. And then the 0.90s. Now we'll go with the one. Same for the later shift, you want the 9.5 and the one. I'm looking now off now. How far back that was. Jam pipe, I got an OS. Oh, you want the off and jamming pipe? I got an OS pipe. I'm sure you do. Now I have a jamming 1, jamming 2, and a jamming 3, or JP 1, 2, and 3, whatever. I have all 3. If I give one of them away, I won't have the set. Which one of them's in pretty bad shape. It's all dented up. But still, besides the point. Yes, this goes back to kind of that old school style. Doesn't have the pin screws that go through. So, we're gonna have to install this. I probably should have waited to put the pipe on. I always forget, it's easier to put the damn clutch on with no pipe in the way. Man, so many staples. I mean, it's nice with this kit that has everything, but staples out the butt. I like that style of screw. You don't have to worry about washers on the top. Office I was the first one here. I figured maybe. Yeah, when you don't say anything, I'm like, I don't know if that's often or not. These are, a lot of times you get one side that's metal and the other side that's rubber, but these are both metal. Oh, come on, get in there. Okay. Man, barely tell the difference in these shoes. But this one does have a little dot there. So we use that as a marker to keep them separate. I don't even know which ones the springs go on. I think those are the softer, duller colored ones. Yeah. All right, so the softer ones have the little dot on them. All right. So there's the washer. We'll call it. No, I'm not saying this is going to make it the greatest thing ever, but it's all OS now. OS pipe header, Samurai's OS, Block's OS, clutch, flywheel. Every bit of it. Definitely should have waited to put the damn pipe on. I don't think I got it tight enough. Yeah. barely put a mark on it. It'll be alright. Alright, so soft. That's not soft. This is soft. Even feels a little lighter, so should mean we're on the right path. And I haven't done shoes like this in a while. And yes, this is where it would be helpful to have the clutch tool that I don't have. Hey, it went on nice and easy. Perfect. Really, I think I should have done this one next. These two are going to be a little more difficult. These are probably the easiest 4-shoe clutches I've ever put on. No tool required. New world record. You guys have seen me struggle with these a few times. Just making sure the spring is down in the groove. There it is. Too soft, too hard. Going on there real easy. That's like a perfect fit, no washers. It doesn't rub the flywheel, it doesn't rub the clutch. Nope. It doesn't rub the flywheel, it doesn't rub the clutch shoes. Just smooth as butter. Easy. It did come with some shims though. It probably wouldn't hurt to put one. But just so you know, it doesn't really need it. Because like I said, it's off of the flywheel. Then these other shims are to, so you don't have so much play. You don't see that every day. 2.5 going into the clutch screw, clutch bolt, whatever. This is my old one, so use the new one because it's a tighter fit. I mean, it's not really that it's tight. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it has just tiniest amount of play. I think I need to take one of those shims out. There we go. That's just about the right amount of play. Perfect. Higher velocity, what's up, brother? How you doing? Northeast Mods. Mine takes a 3.0. And your screw? Holy shit, man. What are you running? A freaking car bolt? That's a giant screw. Being new to Nitro again, I like the ultimate clutch. It has everything in the kit and it's all put together for me. Oh, well, that takes the fun out of it, man. Yeah, I'm just messing. Texas Aggie, what's up, brother? Didn't even see you in here. Been playing around with the different shoes. Seems to hold. Disappeared here. Seems to hold, but I've been tested out on drag cars, so it's a bit different. Right? Thanks for the info. I'm gonna buy you one for Christmas, bro. Oh yeah? What you gonna buy me? Thinking about trying the Alpha clutch. Yeah, I've got the Alpha clutch in a couple of my cars, but I think I left them all in Kansas City. I don't think I have any here. Ben Callaghan, what's up? You working on the Truggy? Yes, sir. Working on the MBX8T. So we got the OS Speed clutch. We got it set up for Truggy. And too soft, too hard with the 9.5 and the 1mm springs. Very nice kit. One that you have to put together by yourself. They don't do it for you, JW. I'll keep all these pieces together so I have strictly just OS stuff right there. Oh, excuse me. All right, well, that's as far as we're gonna get tonight. I don't really have the tires for it to go to the track, so I don't know for sure if we are going to get it complete for track time, but we are working on it. Truggy, all it needs in it is the engine and set the horns and wheels. That's pretty much it. But let's see. I think you've been here just listening. Hell yeah, appreciate you. There's an Alpha 4 shoe, been nice. Like I said, I have a couple of them, and I haven't had any issues with them. I just got them. I think they're both in Kansas City. I got two of them. I think one's in the Kyosho, and the other one, I'm not 100% sure. I've got it somewhere though. But they are nice sets. Let's see, just making sure I get through these comments. Let's request this is the new one. Yeah. Pre-assembled. You might as well go run electric, bro. I'm sorry, that was mean. Funny as shit though, but that was mean. Oh man, no, I get it. They're not always fun to play with, and all aspects is kind of the same. Like he doesn't want to mess with the clutch and stuff. He just wants to drop the engine in and run it. I don't blame you guys, but I find it fun as long as it as long as it works in the end. Anyways, there's the powerhouse for the truggy. Got the brand new 8.5 header on there for just a little bit more torque. Hey, off the guy. It's a little dirty, but look at there. Hey, I often thought that electric joke was funny. Nothing against electric, but everything comes assembled. You just plug and play. Oh shit, that cracked me up. Well, let's see. For any of you guys that came in late, we'll put the truggy up here. Show you how pretty she is. Oh. There we go. She pretty much done skis, ready to go. I need to set the droop, set the ride height. Make sure my toe's right, my pitch or my camber's right, all the good stuff. I want to put a different wing on there, but man, that wing mount is so low. You can see all those shims. And so if I go to put a different wing on it, they sit right on top of the shocks. So I need to figure something out. I can adjust my clutch without taking out of the car. So there. How do you do that? Has it got like a setting where you turn it and it makes it for harder or like more grip or less grip? High grip, less grip? I still have a few Buku clutches. They were interesting. I never had any of the Buku clutches or bearings. I've heard a lot about them, but did they go out of business? You don't hear much about them anymore. So we got fresh shocks, fresh diffs, 2 nut drivers. 2 nut drivers, you can adjust it. Is that what you're saying? Texas Aggie says, I think so. Yeah, I think so too. Boom. Hell yeah. Now we may get her out and run her this weekend, just for some practice. Definitely not going to race it yet. We got to put some time in on it and get used to it first. Oh, all right, it was about 8:30. Oh, my time anyways, 8:44. Dang. All right, everybody. Thank you very much for joining in. If you forgot that like button, smash it now. If you just didn't hit it because you didn't want to, not a problem. Thank you, Texas. Says it looks good. Yeah, I got a couple of things I'm gonna do for for a nice sweet look on it. Won't be for the racing, it'll just be for looks, but we'll check that out next week. Anyways, have a good night. Northeast says if there's holes to put in the flywheel. Oh, nice. That's interesting. You have to take some pictures and show me. Yes, sir, JP. Everybody have yourselves a good night. Appreciate y'all for joining in, and I will see you next Monday. Much love and peace.